Is Nagash coming to Total War Warhammer? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and today I want to have a little bit of a discussion about something that may break the game. Well, better yet said, not something, but someone. Nagash. We know that the Lord of Undeath has been hinted at many times throughout Total War Warhammer 2. We've seen hints about his eventual appearance in the Rise of the Tomb Kings DLC. We've seen it in the Vampire Coast one and more recently in the Shadow and the Blade, where we can build up Nagash's his base of operations. And in Nagash's there is a special building that you can build up, which basically gives you bonuses against all manners of undead creatures, but also says in a lore aspect, as you can see on the screen, it features his undead husk. Naturally, also in other DLC packs, they've been speaking about some of his Motarchs, which, you know, are his prime lieutenants. And while the idea of playing as Nagash and his followers does sound very cool, there are a few issues with this because, well, he is kinda broken. This is Nagash, easily one of the most powerful spellcasters to have ever walked the Warhammer world in terms of lore. He has single-handedly destroyed entire nations, gave the Skaven the run for their own money, has literally devoured other gods to become a god himself. This is one of the characters which can easily break the game, and it's not only just because of that, it's because round about the time of the end times when he does return back into unlife as he was slain, he kind of kicked things off into overdrive mode. Not only was he recruiting former Nehakarans, but also managed to put the vampires and the Vampire Coast under his wing. Pretty much most, if not all, undead factions were serving him at one point during the end times. So if we're going to have a proper authentic feel of the Legions of Nagash faction, we should pretty much have control of the Vampire Coast, the Vampire Counts, and the Tomb Kings. The way I could see this working out is starting off with a very limited roster of maybe just Tomb Kings at the beginning, and as factions get destroyed, you have the option to purchase them and revive them into your own blood. I'm not too sure if that works out too well. I mean, it would be horrendously broken because it would be very unbalanced, but if we are going end times routes for the third game, Chaos will be extremely broken too, so maybe you need something to counter it. I'm just hoping that we won't get it how Arkan has it at the moment, where he has the full Tomb King roster and just a few Vampire Counts. It doesn't make sense for Nagash. He is the Supreme Lord of Undeath after all, so he needs everything. Naturally, I could be wrong and they could just be implementing a god system for the future where we'll see some of Nagash's lieutenants but not Nagash himself, but I think it'll be a very wasted opportunity not to bring the Lord of Undeath into the game. The problem with Total War Warhammer, as with any other game, is balancing issues. You're bringing very powerful characters from very powerful universes into one place, and he can pretty much be considered a god at the point of the end times, so he is extremely powerful. This isn't like Archaon, who is pretty much just the man, just very, very super powered, or Teclis, who is a very powerful spellcaster. This is someone who's had thousands beyond thousands of years to hone himself, who has perfected undeath in a certain sense, and has created many races from it. It's always important to remember that Nagash was once a mortal man, and given the point of where we are in the timeline, it's a bit finicky obviously because we have Repants alive and so on. We should still see Nagash at a very super powered rate, and we shouldn't really see him as someone who is easily like sniped out by Lore of Death or something. Honestly, my thoughts on this is that they will implement Nagash in some way, maybe as a legendary lord and ruler of a faction, but just not very too overpowered at the beginning and just allow yourself to grow and get stronger. It's more of the case that I'm very curious to see how they implement it. Maybe you guys have some thoughts in the comments below. It would be cool to start a discussion because, you know, he's really popular and he's a fan favorite. So I don't think they're going to ignore him. Then again, we have been waiting for a certain fan favorite for a while, haven't we? Please, Creative Assembly, release Fanquil as a DLC or FLC. I just kind of want him in the game already, please. We've already got Gotrek and Felix. They need their rival. But let me know what your thoughts are towards Nagash, especially in regards to Total War Warhammer in the comments below. Let's start a little bit of a discussion. Maybe someone from Creative Assembly will see it, because maybe they haven't even started him yet. I know that they're working on Game 3, but we don't really know what's going on there, do we? They just said that they're working on Utter Chaos. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description below, we have some social media links where you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and so on. We've also got some affiliate links where you can get hobby stuff like Warhammer models, paints, and all these other brands for a reduced price, and it also supports the channel without any extra cost towards you. A special shout out to our patrons who pretty much do help us keep with the upkeep of the channel, such as cabling and so on. It really does help out, guys. Thank you so much. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.